Hola mi gente bella, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeremy, this is La Comida Jeremy. Today on the channel, we are in my bathroom, in my robe, with my hair up in a bun, because we're addressing this right here. I have not been so happy with my hair for like a couple months now. It's a little too long. I actually don't mind the length. I just don't like that it's all one length, one layer. And it's been a while since I cut it. The last time I cut it was in 2017. I haven't even trimmed it. So it's long overdue. My hair falls out like crazy because I just don't trim it at all. And it's time. We have some cutting shears here that I'm going to be using to cut my hair with. And I'm also going to be answering your questions because you guys asked me a lot about my curls and my hair and the products I use and all that good stuff. And so I have a couple questions that you guys have sent me previously, and we're going to answer those today. So let's get started. All right, so let's take the monster down. Close this robe, I'm like flashing you guys. Yeah, I have this hair and right now it doesn't look as long. What I realized though, when I put more product in my hair, my hair just doesn't stay as curly. But when I do just like a little bit of conditioner and stuff, look how freaking pretty it is. Like this is like, I don't know what day this is, but like it looks so nice. So I think that's something else that I'm gonna start doing, not put as much hair product in it because obviously it doesn't let my hair curl up like it should. I really do like this length, but we're gonna cut it a little bit, just a little bit, I don't know. And I guess we'll start answering your questions and we'll decide as we go. All right, so let's get to this. Okay, so I have my old phone here because this is where I had all the screenshots of the questions you guys sent me. So the first one is, when was the last time you got a haircut? Which is funny, it's exactly what we're doing in this video and you guys didn't even know it. I cut it back in 2017. I'm gonna split my hair by the way because this is the best way to do it. I cut it like a few days before we did an event and it was at a university, and that was like around the time like kids were going back to school. So I think it was like August 2017. I cut it a lot and I actually do like that length, but I also like this length. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing today, but we're gonna do this. How many times a week do you wash your hair? So usually like once or twice. I don't wash my hair a lot because then it gets super dry. I definitely just did that. I cut it. Oh my god. I wash my hair about 2 times a week, and it's just because curly hair gets really dry. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not like wetting my hair right now, it's because you should not cut curly hair while it's wet because then it's like super long, and then when it dries up, it's gonna get super short. It's probably the best way to do it when your hair is like a little bit dirty and it has been like in its natural state. As you guys can see, I cut off like about 1.5 inches. And you know, I feel good about it. Ow, this fucking hurts. So we're gonna wrap that again. And then we're just gonna cut this. And like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like my curls are like super good at the end of my hair. Guys, if you're a hairstylist, please don't judge me. I'm just going with the flow. New year, new me. So we're gonna get this right here. And we're gonna cut it a little bit as well. I'm not gonna cut it so much because I kind of want the bottom half to be shorter so that I can get some more volume. Editor. Next question, how long is your hair? Well, right now it's getting chopped. Basically, it's past my booty. So as you guys can see, it's still pretty long. Like, it's not like drastically different. I'm just gonna check some curls to make sure that we like trim them up a little bit. Once I get the length that I want, I'm gonna start like layering. How do you achieve the wet hair look? So for the wet hair look, I like to use gel and also like some leave-in conditioner, which is like what I normally do. The right way to do it is like literally doing your hair as soon as you get out the shower, having like a lot of water in it without like draining it of the water, because then you don't have as much moisturization up in there and your hair is not going to be as like wet looking. I highly recommend as soon as you wash it, not put a towel in it right away. Just like let the water drip a little bit, then like slightly pat it with some water, put some leave-in conditioner in there, and then put some gel and just let it like dry. Do not touch it whatsoever. Do not put the towel on it again. And that's how you get the wet hair look. For curls, it's really hard because curls are just really dry. So for this hair in the middle section, I'm going to just split it like 2 ways sideways, and then we will just see how it falls and we can cut it like that. The next question is, how do I keep my hair frizz free? My hair is actually not frizz free per se. I actually have a lot of frizz. I think it's just the hair product. Also, like whenever I do videos and film and stuff, I normally like fix my hair, so that's probably why you guys think it's like frizz free. I don't have a ton of frizz, and I don't know how that is because I do have a lot of split ends. Did it take you long to get your hair like this? Yes. It took me about, I started growing out my hair like in 2007, I think. But it's been a very long time that I've been growing out my hair. Every time I cut it, it makes me sad because it takes so long to grow it out and to get it like a long length. I'm going to split this in the middle so I can cut it properly. I never wear middle part, but I think this will help me cut it a little bit better. So I'm just cutting off a little bit of the loose ends on my front hair because this hair I kind of like depend on it a lot because it's like my side part. I throw it around, like see, like it adds more volume on one side than it does on the other. So I don't want to cut it too much. If I was a professional hairstylist, I would try to like get rid of some of this chunk, but I'm not, so I'm not gonna try that. So right now it's looking pretty short. I don't mind because it actually gives me a lot more volume. I don't know if you guys can tell, like from before and after, like it just gives me like a lot more oomph, you know, like it just so it says, do you have any advice for dry scalp or dry hair? I get flakes and itch but don't know what to do. My family, not all my family, but some of us suffer from like eczema and dry skin, so like my scalp has always been dry and I do get dandruff, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. I think we should be able to talk openly about these things, because if not, how are we supposed to help each other out? I'm gonna show you guys what I've been using. So this is the product that I use. It is by Head and Shoulders. It is a 2-minute leave-in conditioner. It's very different from like a leave-in conditioner. It's a little bit thicker and it tangles on your scalp. My grandmother and I found this at Kmart like on clearance years ago. Couldn't find it anymore in stores because they were no longer being sold in stores, and then one day I discovered it on Amazon. So now it's only sold on Amazon. Unfortunately, this isn't vegan or cruelty-free. I don't think this company is like cruelty-free at all, but it is the only thing that saves me from like dandruff. It takes it away for months. I only have to use it like once or twice when I start like itching, and like it goes away for a very long time. If you do suffer from this, like I highly recommend this product. It's the only thing that has worked for me. I've even done like apple cider vinegar like rubs on my scalp, and like it just smells too strong. The smell takes a long time to go away. It stings and I just don't like it. I'll link it down below. This is not a promo, an ad, or whatever. It's literally just something that has saved my life. Hopefully I do find one that is vegan though, because I am trying to stop using this, but for now this is the only product that's been working for me for years. It is so hot in here, I'm like dying. My hair looks really short. It looks really short right now, but I'm enjoying it. I think it looks really full, really sexy. I also do the ponytail check, because when I have a ponytail on in the middle of the week or the end of the week when I feel like doing my hair, I like for my ponytail to be long and luxurious. So it's not super long either, but I think it's just because it's like, it's an old hair wash, so once I wash it, it'll probably be really long. What's your favorite product to use? So I use a lot of hair brands. Recently, I've been using Marc Anthony, and I thought this brand was owned by the singer Marc Anthony, but I discovered that it's not. Fatal, it's really good. And recently I discovered like last year a brand called Urban Hydration, which I really like. Not all of their products are vegan, but most of them are. I have a referral link for that, so if you guys are interested in what I specifically use, I will link it down below. You guys can buy the whole package. Urban Hydration has really saved my life. How can I keep my hair from getting knotted? I don't know, because my hair's always knotted. Honestly, I just think that you have to like properly take care of it. Wash it once or twice a week, depending on how your hair texture is. Brush it with the proper brush. And when you are styling it, also remember to brush it, because when you use a good like powder brush or like a Denman brush, it like makes sure that the curls are like together. So then that also prevents from your hair like being knotted. As you guys can see, like I can pretty much run my fingers through my hair. Of course, like it's gonna get a little bit like stuck in there because it's curly thick ass hair, but for the most part, like my hair is never really knotted per se. Is this your natural hair? Yes, girl. Like, which I would not be bothered dealing with this hair if it was not natural. I get my hair though from my grandmother and my mother. I'm probably the one with the most curly hair though in my family. This is natural. Took me a year, so don't think it's a wig. I literally have gone, this actually happened to me last month. I went to go see something and this lady came up to me and she was like, is that your hair? And she was like, no, that's not your hair. And I'm like, yeah girl, you don't put your hands in it? Like, so she did, and she noticed that no, this ain't a wig, so. How can I get my curls like yours? This is one of the questions that I get asked the most, and honestly I don't know ever like what to tell people. People always ask me like what products I use, and unfortunately I know like using products like other people are probably going to help you, pero like it's not gonna get your hair like mine or like whoever's hair you're trying to get to be, unless your hair is like your curls and texture and the pattern is the same as mine. Probably more than likely that the product's not gonna help you one bit. I don't know how to answer these questions ever. I'm always more than happy to let you guys know what products I'm using. And this isn't me being cocky or anything. It's just that I know like I've tried to get my hair to look like other people with like more curly hair and bigger. And is it going to happen? No, because we don't have the same hair texture. Maybe like cutting it like I am right now is gonna help you a little bit. Because as you guys can see, I'm getting a little bit more volume than I had. Next question is, when did you start growing out your hair? I feel like I answered this already. In 2007, I think. So I think it was actually in like 2006 when I started to actually grow it out. So I got a haircut because, I don't know, like I was obsessed with MySpace and like people on MySpace. And so I saw people with like mohawks. So I started to just get the sides shaved and leave like the top of my hair long. And so I had to convince my family. So the last question is about natural remedies. I don't really use any natural remedies like ever because I don't know, I'm just lazy. I have tried apple cider vinegar, like I said, on my scalp to get rid of dandruff. It does work. It just stings a little bit and also it stinks like hell. I have been wanting to do the whole like avocado, pero I just haven't because when you put that stuff in your hair, it takes a really hard time to like take it out of your hair, so I never want to do it. Okay, so that is the end of all the questions. I feel like we've gotten somewhere. So I'm gonna stop chopping right now because I got a little bit scissor happy and I kept on chopping. This is like all the hair that we've taken off. There's some on the floor, but this is like all the hair. So I'm going to go wash my hair, and then when it dries, I'm gonna come back so we can like finish this up, and then I'll show you guys like a final review. But this is pretty much it, and this is how I cut my hair usually. Let's go wash this hair, and I'll come back to you guys as soon as it's dry so we can get some nicer precision cuts and you know, all that good stuff. Alright guys, so I'm back. Basically this is my hair after it's been styled, spending a day just like drying and just like it's like in its most natural state after being styled. This is the length, this is the new. It's not that much shorter than what it was, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's some more volume going on, and it is a little bit shorter like in regards to this hair right here in the bottom. I would one day like to get a professional haircut. At the moment this is what I'm working with. So I'm gonna put like a little side by side right now so you guys can kind of see the difference. Might just be in my head, but it is shorter. Like it is shorter, I can tell, hopefully you guys can tell. And there is like a lot more volume. But like I said, I would like to do a professional haircut one day so I can get more like upward mobility, get some more volume in this, get some of this like cut off, and just like some of that extra weight that I don't need. I also don't recommend doing any of this if you don't feel comfortable, because then your hair probably won't turn out how you want it. And it's not gonna be on me, that's on y'all. But for me, like I'm okay. And these are just some like easy tips and tricks that I do at home when I do need to trim. I was gonna show you guys like how I kind of trim it up some more, but I didn't, and I recorded it already, so sorry. But yeah, basically once it dries, I kind of just like go back in, figure out like what curls need to be cut off and stuff. So that's something else I do on top of the cutting it before I wash it. And yeah, this is exactly the end result. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I answered a lot of your questions that you've been wanting answered. If you guys have any other questions in regards to my hair, feel free to DM me on Instagram, message me on my website, or comment down below. Also, if you haven't done so already, join the familia, subscribe to the channel. The link is right down there. Make sure you guys turn that red button gray. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social medias at La Comida Jeremy, lacomidajeremy.com. I hope you guys have a good one. I will see you guys very soon. Take care of that hair y nos vemos ahorita. Adios.